The Boeing 717 is one small but quite successful airplane, which became very important years after its production was ended, and the plane had a lot of potential to help Boeing dominate on a market sector, which the company had never really taken time to properly invest in. With the plane no longer in production, it has become quite a rare commodity which airlines can't get enough of, but have to accept that they'll never be able to get their hands on more of these planes. So, why is this plane so important? Let's find out. Technically, the Boeing 717 isn't a Boeing airplane, and before we find out why this plane is important, first we need to learn about its origins. The plane was designed and marketed by the McDonnell Douglas Corporation, and it was initially named the MD-95. It was intended to succeed the flagship Douglas DC-9, and it would be a short-haul point-to-point domestic airliner which would carry 105 passengers with a maximum of 134. However, in 1997, Boeing and McDonnell Douglas merged, and as a result of this merger, this airplane had to be integrated into Boeing's airplane lineup, and hence a rebrand became necessary. The plane was later on rebranded, and it was given the name Boeing 717. This plane would have become a more suitable option than another airplane type, which Boeing brought to the market, but unfortunately, the plane never became successful. The 717 is suitable for the short-haul regional market, and this is a sector which Airbus and Boeing had for long failed to offer a suitable airplane to serve on that sector. On my video, Why the Airbus A220 is the world's luckiest aircraft, I said that Boeing offered their Boeing 737-600 a shortened variant of their popular Boeing 737 model. But the plane didn't become successful because it was deemed too big and inefficient to be a true regional airplane. This is now the part where the 717 comes in. The jet was the perfect small aircraft to correct the 737-600's mistake, as the plane was small and efficient compared to the Boeing 737, and most importantly, the plane would have enabled Boeing to have its own regional airplane, which would have competed with similar-sized airplanes from Bombardier and Embraer. But sadly, despite the plane's excellent performance and economics for its size, the 717 turned out to be unlucky. This was because the plane had entered the market at a time when many airlines were recovering from the effects of 9/11, and the economic status at the time did not allow them to buy new planes. This became a huge blow for the plane's sales. What really affected this plane was the fact that it had no commonality with other Boeing airplanes, as the plane was acquired from McDonnell Douglas, a company which was very different from Boeing. When airlines want to buy new planes, one important factor they have to consider is upfront expenses, which are inclusive of pilot, cabin crew, and maintenance training. And airlines tend to buy airplanes which have a certain degree of commonality with planes they already have in their fleets. This is in order to keep these upfront expenses to a minimum. Since the 717 was a new airplane type, it meant that the pilots who were flying other Boeing airplanes had to be retrained to fly this new airplane, and this made the potential customer airlines shy away from the plane. Another bottleneck the plane encountered was intense competition from other similar-sized airplanes. Planes like the Embraer E-Jets and the Bombardier CRJ series airplanes severely affected the plane sales, and in 2005, Boeing announced it would close the plane's production after fulfilling all the remaining orders, and in 2006, Boeing delivered the last 717. Boeing had so much hope on this airplane and had even planned to bring a larger version of the plane to the market. The larger variant would have been the Boeing 717-300, but nevertheless, the larger variant was never built, mainly because Boeing saw it would directly compete with their Boeing 737-700 model and affect its sales, and therefore, Boeing decided to ditch the enlarged Boeing 717 project. The plane's unpopularity was largely out of Boeing's control, but the events which followed afterwards made the plane successful. The airlines operating the plane have praised its high levels of dependency, with airlines like Hawaiian Airlines claiming the plane is best suited for their environment as the plane is just perfect. Other airlines like Delta and Qantas also love the planes and have no plans of retiring them anytime soon. The plane was simply a blessing in disguise, and despite how sad its story is, it has a happy ending, which makes the Boeing 717 Boeing's little successful airplane. And that brings me to the end of this video, and I do hope you have learned something new. In case you're new here, my name is Martin and welcome to the Skyline. Please subscribe for more great aviation content coming soon, and otherwise thank you very much for your time and have a nice time ahead, and please take care. Goodbye.